Que pasión, mi gente. I'm at the Showbiz Expo at the Los Angeles Convention Center where the Latino panel is taking place, and we're going to have the opportunity to meet some successful Latinos in the entertainment industry. This event is attended by thousands of industry professionals, directors, producers, writers, and actors. They all come here to network and walk through the exhibit hall. The Showbiz Expo is held at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and it includes workshops and panel discussions. Joining me on the panel are Ana María Montero, entertainment host for CNN en Español; Rick Najera, award-winning actor, writer, producer, and director, and the creator of Latinologues; Antonio Regil, Mexico's #1 TV show host; Kurt Honold, owner of Baja Studios, the location where the blockbuster movie Titanic was filmed; and Ron Vaisbort, CEO of Mañana Media, a film distribution company.
Every day for me, it's cool to be a Latina in my industry. It really is, because I get to interview the top talent from our region of the world, and from, of course, Spain, and not only in music, but in film and writers and everything from Mario Vargas Llosa to Juanes, or, to un sinfín de personalidades. But I get to share them with an American audience, which is very cool. Even though most of what I do is transmitted Spanish language, but it's broadcast in the U.S., so as well as abroad. So it really is, and it's exciting. I mean, it's cool when I get to hook up Calle 13 with, an interview with Coachella, because Calle 13 tiene su tema. Not everybody loves them, but they're very talented kids, and they do something that's very different from what the mainstream audience is familiar with. So I gotta be honest with you, for me it's like a daily thing.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Many of my brothers and sisters and everyone never did not choose to be Latino or Mexican or very proud of it. At the same time, it gave me a wide library as an artist, because as an artist, no artist ever fits in. They just never do. We're all freaks in a strange way, and we're outside the window looking in going, how do these people do it? And so I would naturally, being born Latino, you're normally, especially in the United States, you don't fit in, because the essence of culture in Mexico, no one asks, are you Mexican? Are you Latino? They ask who your parents are, what they do, how much money you have. They look at you for color. Are you, Indian? Are you not? Are you more Spanish? All these styles of things go in immediately. So it's not really based on your culture.
I was born in Tijuana, next to the border, and my grandfather, who had a radio station in Tijuana, was one of the first radio stations. I grew up in a house that had a radio station. And my mother was a radio DJ when she was young too, and so when I was a little kid, I used to pretend that I was a DJ, and that's what I did. And every night before going to bed, I would listen to the helicopters, the chopters going like, "Pollos, regresense a Mexico." So that was my image of the U.S. Because obviously, when you're a kid and you're being raised on the poor side of the border, mentally you learn that you're less than them. And that has been for me the toughest thing. I've been through therapy. Yeah, but it's not conscious, because you don't know it until why do I get nervous when I speak English? Why do I get nervous when I see an American? You know what I mean? Yeah. So just be learning and that we are the same, that we're equal, has been the toughest thing. Now learning the language and reducing the accent and learning the different sense of humor and all of that. That's minutia. The toughest thing is what you have between your left ear and your right ear, and that's been the main thing I've been working on for years and years. So yeah, when I was in Vegas for the first time, I think I was the first Latino hosting The Price is Right in English. It was great, but I was shaking, because my little voice in your head was going like, oh, those guys are from the Bible Belt, hate Latinos and they hate Mexicans, and they're gonna shoot you back to your country. and that's what you have to defeat in your mind. Yeah. And once you win the battle of your own brain, then you can win the rest of the battle.
See, my name is Kurt Honold. That's German, and but I'm Mexican. So my grandfather is from Germany, and he came to Mexico in the 20s, and he married this beautiful señorita, Mexican señorita, and then is my father, and then it's me. So that's how I became to have this name, Kurt Honold. but I'm more Mexican than than German. And then my problem is that when you see that you were going to see somebody with the name of Kurt Honold, you thought a blonde, tall guy, strong, blue eyes. Well, no. Brown. The talks the English like I talk. More like Sofia Vergara in his new.
ABC's Modern Family.
But I myself, being in business, my father showed me since I was a kid how to work, and I never had the same issue that Marcos had. They always show us to be always the best, and no matter who is in front of you, is Mexican or is German or English or French, you know, it's the same. So that's the way I grew. My father showed me to be, and so every time I'm doing business, I don't care who is in front of me. I always go with my nopal in frente, but very proud to be Mexican. And I never think that we're a third world country. When I'm doing business, I'm very proud to be a Mexican. My heritage is very strong. Our culture is very strong. We have more values than anybody, and that counting Spain, because that's our motherhood. That's where we come from, and that's more important than anything, to have values.
And my name is Ron Vaisbort. I look gringo, and I am gringo.
Finally.
But my parents,
Something makes sense here.
it doesn't. My parents are both from Argentina. I was born here in the early 1960s, and my name is Ron because Ronald Reagan was the governor of California, and my parents wanted everything about their kids to be puro American. There was no advantage to being identified as a foreigner or speaking Spanish or sounding Spanish, so it was all about assimilation.